head with Mike Tomlin for 20-some meetings now. What is it kind of like? What's it when you go into a game knowing you're going against a Tomlin coach team? What are you preparing for? What's that like?
Well, I mean, we've all seen it. I don't know if it needs to be described very much. So we have great respect for the program. Coach Tomlin does a great job. The coaching staff has been intact, pretty much for the most part for many, many years. I think they have a very good understanding of who they want to be, how they want to play, their style. They don't vary from it very often at all. They stay true to themselves, and that's what they're all about. So I think that's the mark of a heck of a coach, and obviously Coach Tomlin is one of the best, and we have great respect for everything they do.
Hey, John, Bo Smoke with Press Box. The other day we asked you about Dez Bryant, and you couldn't talk about him. The signing hadn't happened, and now it has. In a general sense, what are your plans for him?
General sense, to play for the Ravens. We'll see. He's going to be in the practice squad right now, and we'll see how it progresses from there.
Hey, Coach. Todd Carpenter from SI. We look at the Steelers' run defense. I think they're second in the league, averaging about 70 yards a game. Did a really good job on Derrick Henry. Is this the kind of game where you're just trying to keep going at them to kind of loosen them up so you keep that balance on offense? What do you see from that run defense?
I think their defense just generally is very good. Run defense, pass defense. They turn you over. They rush the quarterback extremely well. I mean, I think they're number one in the league in many of the quarterback pressure stats. So, what part of the defense do you want to talk about? The whole defense is playing very well. So you take them as a whole, attack them, whatever way you can. We have very good players. We have very good schemes. It's not like we're sitting there with nothing that we don't. It's not like we don't have anything we can go to. We have options, and we'll be trying to execute those as best we can. That's what it's going to come down to is execution and blocking, tackling, making the plays. That's what we're working hard to make sure that we're at our best on Sunday.
Hey, Coach, Sean Stepner, WMAR, ABC, Baltimore. Back to Dez Bryant. What do you need to see from Bryant in practice to have him up on game days and contributing on Sundays?
Right. I mean, I don't, Sean, it's very simple. I mean, we'll just see where he's at. He hasn't played for how many years? So we'll see where he's at. I mean, there's a lot to learn. He looked good in the workout. I don't think you need to make too much more out of it than that. He's on our practice squad roster, which means he's available to us. So, when and if he's ready to go, he'll be out there. So it's just really that simple.
I'm Jimena Lugo La Torre from Ravens Spanish Radio. Coach, the Steelers didn't have a bye week, and we did. Do you consider this situation an advantage for our team?
Don't really think about it like that. I mean, you have byes, you don't have byes. You play teams coming off you play on Monday night, you play on Thursday night. The schedule is what it is. That's how we look at it.
John Dave Ginsburg, you talked earlier about the Pittsburgh defense, and virtually everything you described about them can be said about your defense. Do you get the feeling that you guys have your defense goes into this game wanting to prove a little bit something themselves about how good they are compared to the number one ranked unit in the league?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of motivators, in life. Everybody has their own things that motivate them. So, our guys, take a lot of pride, I think, in the way they play. I don't know how much we really compare ourselves to other teams or other defenses or offenses or whatever. Just we try to be our best, play at the highest level we can, and win the game. So that's what we're looking to try to do.
Hey, John, Kirk McEwen from 98 Rock. Mike Tomlin recently just said, I think we're just doing enough to get out of stadiums. Has that been talked about with the Ravens and them having trouble closing teams out?
No, we haven't talked about that.
John, this is Jeff Zrebeck from The Athletic. You've seen Ben Roethlisberger an awful lot over the years. When you watch him on film this year, do you see a concerted effort to get the ball out quicker? Some feel like he's throwing it quicker than ever before, and how challenging does that make it to stop that offense?
Sure. I mean, it's a good point. That's when you look at the analytics on it, it's a fact. The ball's coming out quicker than ever. He's getting the ball at the quickest in the league right now, and he's doing a great job of it. And the offense has really always been built that way, Jeff. They've always had the ability to do that. I think the receivers are doing a great job of getting open quickly. I think Coach Fiechner and Coach Tomlin and the coaches on offense are doing a great job of organizing the offense around the players that they have. So they've done a nice job of that. He does a really good job of finding the open receiver in terms of what coverage you're playing and what route they're running. So, he's been around a long time. He's run that offense for many, many years, and it's his offense. I call it the Big Ben offense. It's built for him, around him, and I'm sure he has a big hand in building it and organizing it as well. So that's the way they're built right now. We just have to defend it as we find it and do the best we can against it.
We'll do two more for Coach.
Hey, John. Pete Gilbert here. Good to see you. When you're going to play a team that you know so well, but also going to play them pretty soon thereafter, do you think when you're coaching, do you have in mind we're going to see them again very soon? Do you, in terms of holding anything back, or just is it a 2-game strategy at all, or just Sunday focus alone?
Well, right, it's a 1 game. We're just looking at Sunday. Yeah, that's a good question, fair question, and that's the answer.
Hey, John, this is Aaron Cousins at Penn Live. It's kind of interesting just the way the schedules falls, that Lamar's only played against the Steelers one time. What did you learn from that game, or what do you hope he learned from that one start he had against Pittsburgh last year?
Aaron, I really don't have that list with me right now, per se. I mean, I think you try to learn from everything. So those things we watched that game. Certainly, we've broken that game down, and it's in our packet for sure, and we've watched it closely. But not just that game. We've watched all their games. We've watched all of our games. It's kind of more, it's bigger than one game. So you just try to look at everything as a whole and get yourself ready to play on Sunday.
Okay, thanks, Coach. To the media, we'll send you to a waiting room and come back with Pernell McPhee.
All right, thanks. Appreciate you.